just a quickie on from clicking and flicking lids when you're doing products and facials and making it ASMR. I went away and I thought, actually, I should have sort of made a bit more of it, if you like, and sort of, you know, done a bit more like sprays and, you know, made it sort of thing. But I tell you what I didn't talk about. Tins are quite nice as well. Listen, I haven't got my things on. I think sort of aluminium lids. I know everyone's doing that. I know I'm not even sort of saying that I'm coming, you know, like, oh, this is my idea. No, it's not that. And I tell you what is really important as well when I'm teaching. I'm teaching a level 3 holistic massage at the moment. One of the things that's super important, just gonna do a little brushing while I'm chatting to you, is the oil application. So let's talk about oil application. I'll do my brushing in a minute. It's distracting, but that's squelching. And I tell my students and practitioners that when we're doing oil, the only way I can do this, I haven't got my blooming things on. I'm so stupid, but squelching. So, you know, that application of oil in your hand, the only thing I can do is do it. I should really be wearing my microphones, shouldn't I? I mean, I'm just missing a trick here. One sec. Let's see if I can plug them in. I was able to do this yesterday. No, I think I started again. But let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can plug these in and get them working. Green lights. Because this is funny that, and I do hear people doing it, and I'm like, oh my God, how do you think that that's okay? How do you think? Let me just plug this in one sec. Hopefully that's just immediately picked up the microphone. That would be cool. Where am I going to put it? Let's put it quite close. Let's put it here for a minute. Anyway, I hope that's picked it up nicely because I am going to demo this. So this lovely oil application. So I've got my oil in here. So I think oil application, not just about the noise of it, but the application of it. So we know it's an absolute no-no. Unless you're doing lomi and you're absolutely drenching and basting, we don't pour oil onto our guests unless you want to. I mean, if that's part of the ritual and that's part of what you're doing, then yes, it's okay. But if I was going to do that, I think I'd place my hand down first and pour it so that I was doing like that, rather than sort of tipping oil on and then going... You're not going to do that, are you? But I think if I was doing that, it would be warm. It'd already be heated. I have got a heating unit, actually, that I put oil in to make it hot. I love a hot oil. I've been to a Thai place locally where they actually have it in like an aromatherapy burner. I'd be worried about it getting a bit too hot there. But if you have a very deep bowl on top of your aromatherapy burner, then great. But so we don't want to be like pouring, unless you're doing hot oil, and I would pour it in here and just smooth my hand along. That's what I would do if I was doing that. If not, I'm going to pour it onto my hand. I'm going to show you I've actually got like a liquid wax here. I've made a little liquid wax. I love it. But what's not great is that. So when you're putting oil and pouring it on, just keep it nice and quiet. There's a certain noise that goes from being gorgeous to being a bit pervy, I think. And we've got to be super careful about that. We don't want to get pervy. We don't want to do that. So just sort of pour it into your hands and a nice little application. And then when you're getting on the body, just almost like, rather than slapping it on, you're doing your effleurage. Your effleurage and your application is part of spreading the oil or applying your balm or applying your oil or waxes, and it's part of it. And that's what makes it super luxurious and really lovely. So I hope that's part of the ritual of our treatments is applying the oil. I mean, as I'm doing myself here, I'm just rubbing it in. But when I'm doing a treatment, it is part of the ritual of applying and spreading. When you've had a kidney transplant, you have to take. Oh, someone's here. Just one second. Someone's here. My guest is here.